It's quite early in the morning. I'm sitting in my lounge in my little house, and I don't know what I'm going to say, but I do know I want to try something different. The deep ideas I've been sharing are about waking up to oneness and engaging with the human adventure, and part of that is being what we are, and what we are is vulnerable. And so I'm sitting here talking to myself with the intention that you get to hear this, maybe, because I feel the need to be as open as I can with my vulnerability, truthfulness. And I'm aware that I'm engaging a lot with the world of social media and the public and all the rest of it now. Reluctantly to begin with, I have to say. But I do it now. And what I show is an image of Tim. The best photos taken at the best photo shoot. Make it look together, make it look like something people will go, oh, I want this, or the book cover, which is, whatever it is to make it look good. And that's understandable, and I get that, and I'm okay with that. And here's Tim. And Tim is on a journey, and it's in and out and up and down and roundabout. And I've been very frank about that in my books, and I'm always frank about that when I'm with people, because that's key. So things have been happening that's made me feel like, God, I should really try and counterbalance all the other stuff by just taking a moment, maybe once a day, maybe once a week, I don't know, maybe this will be the only time, but to take some time and be Tim and just say a little bit. So this is my first attempt, so it's probably going to be rambling and a bit long. I don't know what will happen. So what I want to share, where do I come in with this? Well, I think the place to start, perhaps the motivation for this, is that I've been experiencing what I've been calling a kind of soul rebellion, something deep inside me. When I walk in my office in the morning, I can feel it, and it's going, no, like that. And I'm sure that's quite a common experience, but it's certainly mine. Now, I also need to say, because to myself and to you, I absolutely know how lucky I am. I have an utterly wonderful life. I have a nice little house, I have a nice little car, I have a wonderful family. I have a job where I get massive amount of appreciation, and I get to do what I love, and I go to very deep places with people, and I can share and develop. I've been able to develop the things that really matter to me over many, many years, and I've got away with it for so long. And there's been lots of trials, especially in my 50s, difficult things. But right now there's not. Right now, everything is okay, and more than okay, it's great. And in the middle of all that, soul rebellion. And it's been getting stronger and stronger towards the end of last year, and I took a whole load of time to really give it space, because I thought it just burnt out, and it didn't go. And what it's rebelling against is the need in my life. That's not quite right either. It looks like it's rebelling against the need I have to be a businessman. Sometimes when people say, what are you? And I'm a philosopher or something, I want to go, oh, I'm the CEO to Tim Freke Inc. I run this organization, timfreke.com, because that's actually what I spend a huge amount of time doing. And you would, I'm sure people who are not involved think, I have a whole army of people, but it's not, it's very small. I'm one of the things about putting out all these images, which I do, and so many of us in my line of work do, is it makes it all look like it's far more than it really is, because that's the part of it, I guess, to make it look cool and great and all the rest of it. That's where you choose the images. I'm just doing this now. I've got a little later on this morning, I'm meeting with a couple of people on, different places in the world, and we're going to talk about advertising strategies and blah, blah. And it's like, there's part of me which is so grateful for that help, which I get. And also my heart is breaking with it. Because my soul reaches up and goes, no, you did not come for this. I didn't come to run a business selling retreats or books. I came to find the truth and share the love. And that's been clear to me since I was a little boy. And I get to do that. And I've done it on a level I couldn't have hoped when I was younger. The power of the deep awakening and the deep awake techniques and philosophy is astonishing to me. And to see just about everyone open with them in all these different cultures, wonderful. And then the new philosophy, wow, I didn't even expect that a few years ago. And yet I'm so excited by it. It feels really important. And yet what I'm doing, I'm nearly 59 in April. So I'm heading for 60, not long off. And my soul rises up. Now, is it going, it's too, you should not be doing this now. You're underutilized, because you should be just doing what you do. And for some reason, and so what is that? So what is it then? And it's an emotional thing. I mean, it feels like tears sometimes. And it kind of ties in maybe to grief around the deaths that have happened recently and all the other stuff in the soul. So, but I don't think I understand, I'm a paralogical thinker. I understand everything has two sides. And, hey, I have the best job in the world, and it has this other side where an inordinate amount of the time is actually not doing it. It's doing something else. And the reason for that is what I do isn't successful enough to have a whole army of people doing stuff, which they do well. And I think probably that is the real frustration that makes my soul rebel, is that I've succeeded over here beyond my wildest dreams, and I've kind of failed over here, although I really have tried to confront things inside of me where I've had problems acknowledging money and working with business and things where my limitations, and being willing to try and learn from others and read the right books and confront my own assumptions, my rejection of the world, which was very strong when I was young. I mean, when I was young, I took one look at it and went, that's a crazy place, I don't want anything to do with it, and withdrew into meditation for the period where most people were heading out into the world. I just was like, whoa, let's go back into meditation and contemplation and get away from that mad place. I'm not going to ever find what I'm looking for there. So my relationship with it's new. And it's only, well, I say new, it's quite old now, but certainly the last 25, 30 years of this journey, this half has been. And I feel like I've failed to really be able to share this and find how to connect with it in a way in which it's like constantly pushing up this boulder up a big hill and waiting for it to reach the other side where it just goes, yeah! Boulder then is not a very good example, but that feeling of something just wanting to happen of itself because it's just good. And I've had this huge faith which has driven me all my life, that if I do something well enough, it will just work. And in one way it has, just about enough. And in the other way, it feels like, I haven't been good enough at that. And I think my soul rebellion is dealing with my own sense of failure of that. Huge feeling of satisfaction over here. And because I have to keep engaging with the part that makes me go, I come into the office, I have a lovely office. I've been there for 16 years. It's a bit tired for me because I spend most of my life in it. But I come in and there's some days it's like, yeah, and then other days, a lot, actually. There's a kind of, oh, no, this. And then I breathe and I get through it and it's fine. And I work with, when I do work with people, they're lovely. It's okay. And then I get to go out and talk and to do the things I love. And so there we are. That's Tim. There's, compared to most people, this is all minor stuff. But this is Tim. And I feel it'll be helpful to just check in with the guy underneath the image from time to time and say hello. Funny old journey, isn't it? But it's worth it because it's also sublime. Truly astonishing, isn't it? If you've come this far, thank you for watching.